4, 3, 2, and
welcome to Left Lane Chronicles. Are we live?
Because it went to something else. All right, ready? And all right.
Are we live?
It's prepared, man. Good.
Welcome to Left Lane Chronicles, episode 2. Tonight, we welcome a rider whose journey is as inspiring as it is empowering. Ro isn't just clocking miles on a road glide, she's breaking barriers and redefining what it means to ride. From conquering the Iron Butt Challenge, riding 1,000 miles in 24 hours, to sharing raw, unfiltered experiences on our YouTube channel, Riding with Ro, she embodies resilience and authenticity. Her stories aren't just about the road, they're about the strength it takes to navigate life's twists and turns. Tonight, she brings her voice, her journey, and her legacy. Welcome to the Left Lane, Ro.
That was good. Come on, that was good. Yes.
Welcome.
Hi, y'all.
All right. How are y'all doing today?
Wonderful.
Doing all right. Got a little riding in today.
Hey, Herc. I'm good. I'm excited to be up here with you gentlemen.
All right, so I gotta ask you, because you've been out here ground pounding, fixing your bike. I think you might be a better mechanic than me sometimes. I ain't gonna hold you because, man, I think I had like issues. Cut off can attest to that. But what does it feel? How does it feel for you knowing that someone who's accomplishing so much can also be such a big, have such an impact on those that are around you? Even the YouTubers that you may look up to, because I'm pretty sure they look up to you as well, you know? So how does that make you feel being in the presence of those other big name YouTubers?
Great. I literally just dropped a video where I talked about how I felt being around all of the YouTube content creators, and like, these are people that I look up to. So when people are like, you inspired me to do this, or you inspired me to get this, and I'm just like, what? Me? Like, I literally just started my YouTube channel just so I could like document my growth as a writer. Literally, that was the whole purpose of it. So I could look back and be like, oh dang, I did that then. And then people just started looking and following. So it's cool being like with other writers. I don't really look at them as YouTubers because we do the same thing. It's like I look at them as my big brothers, my big sisters, my little brothers, my little sisters, and we're like, I just vibe off of their energy. So I don't know, it feels good. It feels like I'm amongst giants. Like, that's what it feels like.
I thought everybody was your cousin.
Hey, Kayman. They all everybody. My family. All of them. They my family. Like, and all we had to do was meet, and it was locked in. That was it.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to start writing? How's your journey begin?
So I really honestly don't even really have an inspiration for writing. It wasn't like I was looking at people. I do have my uncle, he rode a Vaquero, and that thing was souped up. It was so nice. And then he ended up getting a Harley. But I watched him, and then I had a cousin, a female cousin, rode a sports bike, but it was never where I was like, oh, I want to do what you guys do. It was just, they were in the family. So one day I was just like, I want a birthday present. And I went and bought myself a motorcycle. I didn't even have my license. I got my license the next month. And I was just like, I want to get one. So my first bike was a 650 Kawasaki. And it's been up from there.
that sounds about like the story I told. So I made a comment about not having a motorcycle. Maybe people thought I meant I didn't have a motorcycle license when I said I didn't have a license when I started riding. But I actually didn't have a license at all. I just got out of the Marine Corps, and like some people, you have ups and downs, and alcoholism might have been a crutch that I used. Mm-hmm. And so, unfortunately, having 3 DUIs within the same month in 2 different states, and luckily, maybe lucky for me, the law enforcement wasn't good at passing on information. So I had a good lawyer and things got taken care of. But I remember riding when I left North Carolina and came to Alabama. I bought a Kawasaki Vulcan from a Vietnam vet. And one of the first groups of individuals I hung out with were U.S. military vets, motorcycle club. And I rode in the middle of the pack. Nothing on, just me and this little Kawasaki Vulcan. There was 4 guys in front of me, 2 guys behind me. We rode all the way from on I-65 from basically Montgomery. We took 231 up. I got on I-65, took it all the way to North Alabama and rode back. And you would have thought I was a king. You could have told me shit. I thought I was the best thing since sliced bread. That's the truth.
And you were.
The Kawasaki's are cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Real smooth.
I came from sport bikes. So this is actually my very first Harley, and I'll say it's a big difference. I would say as far as like the weight and everything, but I am loving it. I love being part of the whole Harley family. I wouldn't change it for the world, to be honest.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
I've never been on a sport bike. I've never ridden a sport bike. I sat on my sister's sport bike one time for 10 seconds. And I said, this ain't for me. It felt like a toy. Like,
I mean, that's pretty much what it is.
They scare me. I don't want to be on one.
Yeah, that's not for me.
I mean, when you like think about it, I would say a lot of people start off with sport bikes because you're young and you just want to go fast, and they're fun. I'm not gonna lie, very fun. But as time went on, my back wasn't having it. Sorry.
I think a lot of cats started off on like around where I was. When I went to school, so I didn't ride bikes when I didn't ride until I got out of the Marine Corps. But I knew guys that went to school, went to high school riding bikes and shit. Mm-hmm. That wasn't my cup of tea, man.
Oh, somebody asked, where am I headed next? Hey, came in. Honestly, I don't know. I just pick up and go. I really do. I just be going.
So can you share your experience completing the Iron Butt Challenge and what motivated you to take it?
Yeah, so that's actually not my first Iron Butt. I did my first Iron Butt a few years ago with my sisters, and that was on video too. When we went to Key West, the mile marker. But the reason why I did the ride around Virginia is because for like the past year, I had been feeling anxious on a bike. And like, it was to the point where I would plan trips, then I wouldn't go, which wasn't like me. Like I'd find any reason not to go. And then of course you get those jitters before you get on the bike. Every time I get on the bike, I get jitters and I always say a prayer, but it's like, it was different. And I couldn't shake it. So I was just like, let me just do something that is going to just knock it out. I can just get over it. And if it's still bad after this, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I did the ride and I feel so much better. Now I'm like, where's the next place? And where's the next place? Now I'm trying to get past Oklahoma because I haven't made it past Oklahoma. I want to get to the West. Can't get there. But as far as the ride itself, it was very hard. And I think what made it difficult was the fact that I was on back roads. Like the highway is easy. Iron Butt on the highway is easy. I told my sister this the other day. Easy cheesy. You on a straight highway, you can do it in 16, 17, 18 hours easy. But being on a back road and you're in the curves, it's hot, it's humid, you don't have as many stopping points. It's just a whole different ball game. So you really, if you're preparing yourself for an Iron Butt, just like think about the roads that you're going to be traveling because it'll really make a difference in your route. So,
did you take anything specifically, like any type of gear that you would suggest to women riders that are going to do the 1,000 miles?
I recommend a cooler. I ride with the cooler. I strap it down with rock straps on the back of my bike. So if I need to stop at a rest stop, like I'm riding, I'm feeling dehydrated, I'm feeling I pull over at a rest stop. It doesn't have to be a gas station. So you have it with you, your snacks, your electrolytes. And electrolytes. When I feel like I'm rambling, I'm sorry. But I went to, when I was an early rider, I rode to the waterfalls up near DC. And I had it was 98 degrees that day. I had on a thermal and jean overalls. And all I had that day was like bottles of water. And I had barely eaten that day. I was riding home and could barely get back home because I was so like just drained. And I learned maybe like a few months later, people like, drink your electrolytes. Because all I had heard up until that point was drink water. Drink water. Drink water. Water does nothing for you when you're out there in that heat. You're losing all your electrolytes. You gotta
something
replenish
real
it.
simple that they used to do for us in boot camp was salt packets. A lot of people
Yeah.
put salt packets on your food. The salt, keeps the water in your body, and then that's so forth and so on. But yeah, there's a lot more into it than just take electrolytes.
Yeah.
Water, I mean.
Yeah. So you gotta have those electrolytes. So a cooler. That's the answer to your question.
I mean, I don't eat a few pickles, pause, but
hydration is key. Yep.
It's saying, you know what I'm saying? But it actually
I have to be careful when I'm on the road what I eat. I'll be honest with you, and it's probably not necessarily a good thing. And granted, we keep bringing the ring for it, but I would like to token that we don't have to. You didn't have to eat as much because when you're on the road, I hate stopping at gas stations. I hate eating fast food. I hate doing anything that can temper the ride.
Yes.
Because Lord knows.
I feel like if you eat gas station food on a ride, it's suicide. So I don't eat gas station food. I get it. I stopped at Buc-ee's. I stopped there just to see it because, coming from Connecticut, I rode all the way out there to Tennessee and everything. Like, let me just stop here. Say I stopped here. But as far as eating gas station food, I don't care what nobody said. It ain't happening.
Now, Buc-ee's is a whole different ball game when it comes to gas station food. Buc-ee's is not gas station food. It is food.
Yeah, but they have like pulled pork. I don't eat pork.
When
I went in there, they just have pulled pork.
Yeah.
I know your comments probably like, he don't eat pork. But yeah, I'll eat pork.
The people that drive in the Buc-ee's parking lots are the people that I don't like. That's just asking to meet people and hang out and talk and hey, what kind of bike do you got? Hey, how did you lose your leg? My uncle's nephew's cousin's second removed nephew, he lost his leg riding a motorcycle too.
And that really bothers me when people at the like random strangers walk up to you and tell you their horror stories on the motorcycle. Like, do you not see me on this thing? Like, why are you telling me your negative stories? Like, what is going on?
I just tell them like, but did you die?
Right.
and they're like, no, I'm still here. All right then.
Yes, came in light snacks. My friend said light snacks on the road.
What I do. Like peanuts, some crackers, something. I can't do that too heavy.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
We have moms and sisters that would take care of us on the road. So that was always cool. Mm-hmm. So what have been some of the most memorable rides and destinations that you've experienced?
Oklahoma is at the top of the list because that's the longest I have ridden. That was I stopped in Memphis and then ended out in Oklahoma. Oklahoma is memorable for me because that was the first place people recognized me off of YouTube. And it was like, people were like, Ro. All I heard was, Ro. And I'm like, they can't be calling me. Nobody knows me out here. And I turned around, they're like, we follow you on YouTube. And I'm like, me? Like, people in Oklahoma know me? Like, what is going on? So that was memorable. My second memorable trip is when I did the civil rights tour. So I went through like Alabama, Mississippi, like all the southern states on my way down to Florida. And I got to see like different civil rights places, the slave museum, and that was really great. I have a lot of memorable trips, but those two are the ones that stand out the most.
Yeah. I would say it's funny you say Oklahoma was your longest trip because Oklahoma was my longest trip solo. Mm-hmm. So, and he would know that was a crazy trip. I don't even want to go into details on that trip. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it was definitely one of my longest trips. I had it, like you said, the back roads. Mm-hmm. I went to was it Broken Bow? Was it Broken Bow? Yeah, Broken Bow, I think it's called. And they don't believe in streetlights. I don't know why, but they don't believe in streetlights out there for some reason. And deer, no. I got PTSD from the deer. I ain't gonna lie. I saw a sign, I thought it was a deer. I was like, yeah, nah.
Man,
I need to go the road.
I rode to New Jersey. I have a fear of deer. Even like a deer crossing sign when I'm riding at night, I'm like, oh no. I slow. Like I literally will tense up when I deal with deer. I rode to New Jersey a couple years ago, and I got there late. First, the deer was like literally. It was like packs of deer just standing on the side of the road in the back. On top of that, I forgot that in New Jersey. So mind you, I'm already tense because of the deer. So I stopped at a gas station and I forgot they pump your gas in New Jersey. So I'm sitting at the gas pump and I'm like, okay, whew, let's breathe. I turn and there's this man standing right here over my shoulder. It was like a scene out of like The Hills Have Eyes. I promise you. I promise. It was bad. I was like, you know what? This is not for me.
Well, that leads me into a good question then. So as a woman in the motorcycle community, what challenges have you faced and how have you overcame them?
None. If I had to answer that question, I have had no challenges. The worst thing that has happened is my bike cutting off on the highway. That's actually happened to me twice. But in both situations, I have educated myself. So I think me being a woman really doesn't change anything. I feel like I need to protect myself a little bit more on the road, and be way more alert on the road. But as far as experience challenges, not that many.
Okay. Well, how do you hope that your journey has inspired other women?
How you say? How do I hope it inspires other women?
Yeah. How do you hope that it has inspired other women? Your journey through this whole YouTube thing, just giving people an eye into your life.
I think. Oh, that's a great question. See, you getting me caught up just like my sister. I think like I don't know, like it's not even just the motorcycle, it's just my outlook on life and like the fact that I just want to be positive and I just want to just do good things. Like I want to be a good person. And I feel like I can do that through the motorcycle because when you see a woman on a motorcycle, I mean, it's like, wow, she rides. And then you get to know her and you like, oh man, like she actually has a good heart, a good spirit, a good soul.
Right.
And that's what I want to share with people is, I mean, yes, get out there and ride. And it doesn't matter what you ride. But at the end of the day, like, I mean, it's all about the outlook on life. And the fact that the motorcycle just helps you kind of take a break away from it. Like if you're stressed, go ride. If you're sad, go ride. You know, and I think that's what I want people to get out of it. And for women, it's just like we can do it too. And I think on that end, it's not the riding part of it, it's the working on your bike part of it. Because I always say I don't want to be a damsel in distress on the side of the road. I want to know how to fix my bike. I want to know how to do those small things. So when it comes to inspiring women, I want to educate them and tell them you can do it. It is okay. It is not there. Like when it comes to fixing your bike, ain't no gender roles in that.
Right.
Like, cause you just get it done. So that's just how I feel.
Luckily, with things like YouTube now, and you know, it's very easy to work on a bike and fix it and do something.
Yes.
Because I'm sitting here thinking, as you're saying that, you know, that would be a very vulnerable situation to be in as a chick if you're stuck on the side of a highway on a bike. Because it's not like you're in a car. You're not. So people know, okay, that's a chick standing on the side.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be rough.
And it comes back to the protection point of it. It's like you have to be on guard because if I am on the side of the road, who's coming up to help me? I don't know who that would be. So I need to fix that thing real quick and get back on it, or have resources in place that can come get me real quick.
So since we're talking about modifications, fixing things on the side of the road, tell me how that you put a 21-inch rim on a Kawasaki tire on a Harley Davidson? I actually took that to the shop.
Now look, when it comes to this Harley, I'm so scared to touch it. Like I'll touch the lights and all that stuff. All the stuff I did on the Vaquero, I'm scared of doing a Harley. I'm just like, you know what? Let me just take it to the shop. But actually, the wheel. That's so funny you said that. So the wheel actually the hub was made for a Kawasaki. So I sent it back to the company and I had them put the Harley hub on it and then I put it on the bike. But the shop did that. So yeah.
She said they don't buff.
Yeah.
So what does riding mean to you on a personal level?
Riding is freedom. Like when I tell you how much I've grown, I have grown so much since getting a bike. Like so I got my bike in 2019. When I first got my bike, I was pretty quiet, pretty reserved. I would go to places and just wouldn't say much. I was a fly on the wall. But then like with the motorcycle, I got out and I was like, I don't know, it's just empowering riding a bike. And then you're just doing things. You think about the fact that you're doing things that nobody else is doing. Like on my day to day, I'm a teacher, right? So I'm a chemistry teacher. So I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, do y'all know what y'all are doing? Like, do you understand that you are doing stuff that other kids in this building cannot do? Some adults in this building cannot do. And that's almost like what it feels like riding a motorcycle. It's like I'm doing something that many people will tell you is scary to do. It's crazy to do. They would never do that, but I'm doing it. So I think that's what it means to me is I'm pushing myself to do something that I really enjoy.
Cool. That's really cool. All right. Well, so next question.
Next question.
Leads right into the next one.
Let's go.
What led you to start your YouTube channel then?
So I started it literally to document my journey. So it was COVID, and I think if COVID wouldn't have happened, I don't think I would be riding the way I do. Because that's when I really started doing my long distance trips. So I was like, let me just get a camera. And then I did like my first few videos. They sucked. Y'all go back and look at them. They sucked. And I don't know. It kind of just blossomed. But honestly, to start, it was just to document my journey. And it still is to this day to document my journey.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like you've let people in too much? Like now that people have an eye inside your world, they just walk up like you're too just what's the word? You're too available.
That's a great question, and absolutely not, because I'm very particular about what I put out there. Very particular. Like the people that know like the ins and outs are the people like that I talk to on the side. Like, and if we're talking about like on a YouTube basis, like people like Kelly B, like those are people that they have poured into me. They have talked to me. They've mentored me. And so they know what's going on. They know the ins and outs. But I don't always put everything online because, again, I'm a woman and I'm riding out here by myself. I'm very particular about what I put online. So I don't think that I put too much out there. I put out what I want to put out there. That was a good question. Okay, cut off.
All right, so the next question I have for you would be, I know that you do performances on a big stage. So how does that tie into, Ro on her YouTube channel? Is there a difference, or do they kind of like collide anyway?
So on my YouTube channel, I'm me. Like I'm not faking it. Like my personality, if you meet me online, is the same person you're gonna meet in person. When I'm on stage, I'm a different person. Like I get to play a different role. So for instance, I'm not trying to startle anybody, but I played this role last year, and her name was Lulu. Okay. And Lulu was a receptionist, and I would talk like this. So, if we're on this show, we're going to get her done. We're going to go ride those motorcycles and we're going to get there, and that was the voice I had to carry the entire show. So it's like YouTube is me. The stage is like different characters. Like I get to just speak, and then the YouTube brings like, thank you. So like the YouTube, I get to channel my creative side and how I edit. And so it's in the background, and on the stage, it's in the foreground of my, like what I want to, character building. So.
Okay. And what was the recent project you was just on?
I just did Memphis the Musical. Ding. I was actually ensemble for that. So I was a background singer. So I was like the main principal lead. She was like a blues singer in an underground club in the 50s, and I was one of her background singers. So yeah, that was good.
So I know you did a number while you was out there at Unleash the Peace too.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I think we want to hear a number right now. If you could give us one.
Oh, you do now. Wait, let me see. Shoot, now that you asked me, I can't even think of a song. Dang. Why would you? Dang. Okay. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Y'all funny. Look, I gotta get warmed up. I gotta get warmed up.
I had to
I'm gonna have to do another introduction after that one.
I had to get my show out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else got to see it in person. I had to get it.
Y'all are funny.
Hey.
Speak it, cut off. Speak it. Okay. We need that American Idol money.
Hey, I say go on it. Why not?
I'm with my damn DJ booth and I don't know how to fix it.
You know what? We should have had your sister. I'm gonna say sister cousin because you call her your cousin inside the video. So sister cousin Gab, we should have had her sing a number 2. Next time we'll get both y'all on so y'all can do it.
Yes. Gab is my sister. Gab is not a cousin. Gab is my sister. If I said that in the video, my bad. She is not my cousin. That's my sis. Hands down.
Yeah, I was telling.
I gotta sing some Dream Girls. So.
Yes. I'll be Effie.
Gab, if you happen to be watching, I was telling Ryan Rowe, we'll have to get you back on for a real episode. Not that the first one wasn't, but I do feel bad that it's going to get way better. And, the first one was kind of, it looked like we did it in a basement.
And I told them it was good for first time.
Yeah, live and learn. And we're going to make it way better. Eventually, like I said, when we get into a steady location, like a one spot, actual studio, which is the end goal, you won't be able to tell me no.
Yeah.
This thing will be right for
refreshments.
I can't wait to see where y'all are in a year. I'm gonna have to make an appointment to get on here. Do y'all have space for me?
You're most welcome. Cut up trying to get me to cook on camera.
And I'm telling you, it would be great. Wouldn't it be great? A whole show we're cooking, we're hanging out.
Yeah.
So we had a homie that was cutting hair. Maybe don't need somebody cutting hair while people are cooking, whatever. But we were all raised in the bricks. So to us, that was okay. You can do that. Nobody's going to be mad at you. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You got your homie's hair in you. Mm-hmm. Maybe his soul's yours.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Hair your food? I had bugs in my food. You know what I'm saying?
That would be good, though. A chat and chew. Bikers and brew something. Yeah.
When I was in North Carolina, I always said if I ever came and opened a bar, there was a bar up there. It was called Triple B's, Beer, Bikes, and Babes. And I said if I opened a spot, that's what it would be called, Triple B's, Beer, Bikes, and Babes.
That's good, Triple B's. Mm-hmm.
Maybe. We'll see.
Triple B's with the double D's.
So go ahead, Wilson. Go ahead, bro.
So I know we was talking about earlier. Was it the other day? I reached out to you on Instagram. I seen that you was having headlight trouble. When I say she always on her bike working on something and figuring it out, diagnosing everything. Did you manage to get that taken care of?
Yes. So Hogwarts does have a lifetime guarantee, and they abided by that lifetime guarantee. Actually, it was supposed to be delivered today, but FedEx got it being delivered tomorrow. So, but it's not the entire light. It's just the light, just the yellow light. So I just got to take out 4 screws, put that thing in there. We'll be good.
Hey, as long as I took care of you.
Mm-hmm.
She was on it. She found it instantly.
I wasn't playing. It was still bright with the one light, but I'm like, now I look like a one-eyed bandit, and I don't like that. So we had to get that fixed.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. You've been one-eyed bandit for a while. You be all right. Well, I mean, I guess you kind of got jinxed when a certain someone said, thanks to my sister for having her bright lights.
Yes, she did say that. She did say that. And I was like, dang. And it was funny because when we left out, my light was flickering. It was flickering. I'm like, wait, my light was bright? That joint was flickering.
I guess you should have knocked on wood on that one.
Right. That one light was holding us together.
Man.
Yep. And that was good.
So I know people have asked you, like in the comments, where are you going to next? And you're saying you don't know. And I know you said later on that you wanted to try to go to the West. Is the West Coast a trip that you plan on possibly doing this year? Or is that going to be like a next year or the year after that?
You know what? The way my summer is looking, it might be next year. But it's so funny you asked me that. It's like you're in my head. Because my sister, Fearless, her Instagram is She Rides. I'm going to get her exact Instagram so y'all can go look her up. She Rides just finished, she just did the I-10 to the end. So she's from Georgia. She rode to Santa Monica, California, Santa Monica Pier in California. She stopped through Louisiana on her way back to Jacksonville. And she finished the I-10 to the end, and now she's a part of the Iron Elite. And I just watched her interview after she came back, and I texted her, and I was like, sis, I want to do California because of you, and I want her to be my mentor. So California is on my list. Before I saw her do it, and she did it solo. Before I saw her do it, I had told everybody. I literally had just told Gab in New Orleans. I was like, I don't want to do California by myself. And now, after I saw my sis Fearless, I'm like, maybe I should be fearless and go ahead and do it. So if I do it, it'll probably be next summer because my summer is packed.
I mean, I would say I've seen people like Just GQ. I've seen all his videos. Like this guy has been everywhere, and I would say that was one of my motivations to actually get out and start my YouTube channel and actually go and do solo trips. Because I remember he said, if you wait for someone else, you will miss all the experiences in life. And honestly, I was nervous to do that, but I do plan on doing a Cali trip as well. I want to do the I-10 to the end. We maybe want to do it. I think I seen Fire and Ice. I think I seen them do it, and they ended up going to the Santa Monica Pier. So I was like, yo, that would be dope.
Yeah.
To go back to Cali. I was stationed out there for like 3 years. So to get to go back out there, and this time doing it from Connecticut all the way to California, I feel like it'll be an amazing.
Excuse me.
How do you prepare, like mentally, physically, spiritually, whichever? How do you prepare for long rides?
I hydrate a week in advance. I always try to get lots of sleep the week of, because usually the night of I can't sleep because I'm so excited. I always pack my bike the night before, so then I can get all the stuff that's like at the forefront of my mind, and then when I wake up, I always forget something. So if I pack the morning I'm leaving, I'm gonna forget something. So I pack the night before, and I wake up, I remember, oh, I need to pack that too. I'm usually a
Do you overpack?
Yeah.
That's why I had to get that King Tour pack. It's on the way. Thank you, Hogwarts. Cause I'll be struggling.
I just old crossbone. I would put my clothes in everybody else's bags. I have t-shirts in my bag, my underwear in their bag. Everything was in everybody's stuff.
And the problem isn't packing from home. It's when I get there, I want to get everything. Like when I went to Unleash the Peace, I want to support everybody. So I'm buying all their merch, and I got to get this back home. So it's yeah. I try not to.
This. Wilson came here to Tennessee, to Nashville. We went to Moonshine Harley Davidson, and he's been convincing me to get a Road Glide 3. It's got the big trunk in the back, and I always say if I ever get tired, I can just pop my leg off and throw it in the back. I don't have to worry about it no more.
Oh my God!
The reason why I'm talking him into it because he carried my trinket. I want to buy stuff. My Road Glide can't hold him.
Right.
The dark humor is killing me. I can't.
No, he really does have a prosthetic.
Wow. But it's the
We
dark
sure can.
humor behind, like, I can't.
It's okay. It's good to be seen and not viewed.
Yes. Amen to
Hey,
that.
brother, you always gonna be seen and viewed, all right?
So do you have any upcoming long rides that you're gonna go on?
I'm going to Ohio with my sister, Fearless, the one I just told you about.
Should be asking.
Yeah, I'm going to Ohio. I'm not gonna tell you when, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
But I am going to Ohio. I forgot the name of the road. I should probably text her and ask her what it is. But it's a curvy road in Ohio we're gonna go do. As far as anything else, no, not really.
Once you know the name of that road, let me know. I'm gonna have to do a trip out there. I've been trying to find new locations. I guess I could tell my spoiler. I'll be doing a trip to Canada here in the next few weeks. So that should be interesting. Canada is maybe like 7 hours from me. So it's not too bad.
It was 11 for me. Lucky you.
I mean, I don't pack a lot, so you know, my bike is always light and nimble. So when you
what you trying to say?
Make sure you pack.
No, but what you trying to say though?
I don't overpack. So you gotta pack light. All right.
Yeah.
Like Cali.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure you pack in light. I know. But it's different, and that's where it comes in at where I feel, you know, I got sisters. You know, I mean, one of my sisters, she don't do all the girly stuff, but for the ones that do, you know, they always gotta have like the makeup. They always gotta have like 20 pairs of shoes and 20 outfits, maybe more. And I just be like, listen, we only going for a day.
Listen to him. He ain't really seen no girls on the set.
Listen,
them chicks will ride 20 miles. They'll ride the 13 hours, 200 miles in that outfit they're gonna wear that night, and their hair will still be immaculate. Something at every rest area to check.
Hey, like I said, I hung out with a club when I was out there, you know, in Cali. You know, so I got to see how a few people get out there.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say their name, you know, but they know who they are. I used to hang out, you know, with them for a bit because one of my buddies was with them. But yeah, you know, just make sure when you're doing that Cali trip, you know, I feel like instead of don't overpack, because when you get out to Cali, have you ever been to Cali before?
Mm-mm.
Like never.
Never.
All right, I'm telling you, Cali is a different beast, especially for the whole bike community. Cali is a whole different beast. You're gonna want to go to San Diego. You want to go to LA. You're gonna want to hit up Huntington Beach, which is a beautiful site because they have that big boardwalk out there. I definitely recommend going to Huntington Beach. You can go to Vegas from right there. If you want to go up to Lake Tahoe, you can go to Lake Tahoe, which that is a great ride. So if you get a chance, definitely do it. My goal is to go to like the
shout out to Bakersfield, Long Beach. Also, all the boys.
My goal is to go to Redwood Forest. So if you get a chance while you're out there to go up that way by San Fran, where the Redwoods is, I would say definitely go up there and ride there as well.
So it sounds like I need to spend a few days in California.
Oh no, you're gonna spend about a week or two.
Yeah, see, we can't do that if I do the I-10 to the end. I got a time crunch. You gotta get there and get back.
Hey, you know, jobs are meant to be temporary, right?
Maybe I have to go out there twice.
They can't. I said, hey, make the most of your trip. You know, I seen who was it? I just watched Sensei. I just watched this video the other day. He rode to Cali.
Yo,
I don't know.
When I tell you, I saw him on Friday, and then I woke up. Well, we went to the Harley on Saturday, and you know everybody's like, "Where's so and so? Where's so and so? Where's Sensei?" And he was like, "Oh, Sensei headed to California." And I watched his video, and the title was like "Spontaneous Trip to California. I'm like, spontaneous indeed, because I thought he was gonna be there the entire weekend. He's off to California. Like, wow, inspired. And then I mean, he's like, well, I got this many hours, and he's meeting people on the road, and just I'm like, yeah, Sensei, yeah. He's loving that gold wing.
I'm gonna have to come to Virginia. And get a ride in with you and Gab.
Yeah.
I normally go to like Norfolk when I'm down there. So I'm either Norfolk or Virginia Beach. I'm always in those areas. Have you been were you like, are you like Virginia born and raised, or?
No, I'm actually a military kid.
Okay.
Oh, you saw that video too? Yeah, see, spur of the moment. Yeah, I'm a military kid, Army brat all day. But I moved every 3 years. So we got here when I was in 8th or 9th grade. So been here ever since. I actually moved to Indiana for school for 5 years and then came back.
Okay.
Yeah.
You finished high school in Virginia, or?
High school in Virginia, yeah.
I finished at Lake Taylor, so if we got any Lake Taylor heads out there, yeah, I'm a Lake Taylor alumni.
Lake Taylor, Virginia Beach?
It's in Norfolk.
Oh. Are they closing that school?
We have one of the best football teams out there.
I'm asking unrelated questions.
Teams out there.
Hey,
actually.
Hey,
Not
auntie.
high school, but he played football.
My auntie on the live.
My mom would have let me. My mom, she said that I was precious. Whatever that's supposed to be. So tell me, Wilson showed me some videos. He sent me over some different clips so I could do my due diligence, my homework. Tell me about your the Peace Army ride.
The Peace Army ride.
Yeah.
The Peace Army ride, man. Like, I have no words. Like, when I tell you, I just came off my high a couple of days ago, and I was there last weekend. Like, it was like, I can't even put a word to it. Like, it's not like any event I've ever been to. It was like just dope all around. Like, the people made it. The fact that we were there giving back made it. Like, the ride across Lake Pontchartrain made it. It was just so good. Like, that's what I've been telling everybody. They were like, "How was New Orleans?" It was just so good. And they look at me like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "It was just so good." Like, I just can't put it into words. Like, it was just amazing. Just being around people. And I think that's what made it was like, I met people that literally I have been following since I started YouTube. Like Kelly B, I've been following him since maybe 2 or 3 years. I don't know how long he's been on YouTube, but I know I've been following him for a while. And for us to meet was dope. TD 205, me and him, I think I followed him before he even had 500 subscribers. And we both had Kawasaki Vaqueros, like meeting them. It's just like, it was just a reunion. That's it. It was great.
I'm surprised you ain't get out there and try to challenge Trouble to a slow speed race.
Look, now I missed the slow speed. I missed the slow speed race because I was getting that road off of me. Okay, I was not about to step out there all sweaty and nasty road grind. Had to go to the hotel room, but I missed it. But I did say I thought it was gonna do it at the cookout, but the rain kind of came in. But they were about to do slow roll when we did the cookout. And I was like, oh, I want to do slow roll so bad. I've never done a slow roll. But when I'm sitting in traffic, I practice it. So I'm like, I feel like I'm good enough to try it, but I'm also scared because everybody going to have their cameras out. And like, what if I drop the bike? What if I put my foot down? Like, oh my God. Like, I don't know. But when I'm in traffic, I be feeling like a champion. I'm just saying.
Hey, it's all part of the game. Look, I'm going to tell you a story. Anytime my bike that went out, my bike went out maybe 2 or 3 times, but it's slow speed though.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always been on the right side for some reason. It's never the left side.
Mm-hmm.
So that leads me to my next question. Like, what do you think about people as far as like enhancing their riding skills? Do you think like they should practice? How often do you think someone should practice, or how often do you practice? You know, whether it's slow speed or U-turns, because those are important, especially when you're out on the road, you know. So,
yeah. Hey, Southern Boys Ride. I practice what I preach, and I don't practice, so I'm not gonna preach. Y'all need to go practice. I mean, it's good to do, but it's not something that I do. I'm not gonna sit up here in front. When I was on the Vaquero, I went to the parking lot a couple of times. Since I've had the Harley, I have not been. I've had it for a year. I've not been to a parking lot. I've not taken any advanced classes since I did my first one in 2019. I've not done anything special, but it is something that I do want to do because I want to get better at my slow speed. I can do a U-turn at a stoplight, but I know I can get better at doing a U-turn at a stoplight. So I know if I practice more, it would be a lot better. So yes, we should absolutely practice. Do I do it? No, but I'm going to get better just because you asked that question.
Right. I would say if Robert Simmons is on your live, hopefully, you guys try to set up something with him.
Yeah.
Go out there and do a practice session with him.
I saw
ride down to Georgia and do a practice session.
Yeah, I watched Tiffany Renee's class, and I was like, when she dropped her bike, I was like, whew, okay. So Tiffany Renee did it. Okay, I will be okay. I'll be okay.
I mean, it happens. Because I feel like a lot of times riders, they feel they get nervous when they're around other riders that they feel like probably like at a higher level. But at the same time, we're all human, so you do have like your human errors and stuff like that. So I get out and I practice. I mean, I've laid my bike down with practice before, and it is what it is. Like it's material. I can always like get it repainted over or whatever the case may be to get it looking brand new. But I feel like it is an important thing to do.
You can always get a new leg too, apparently.
Dark humor.
They'll just
well, I mean, I can't. I mean, I got like chicken legs, so I don't think they make any that small. So I got these legs. You know what I'm saying? My bike is heavy. I got new legs. So, but I feel like practice is very important. So for anyone that's out there watching, like definitely get your practice out whenever you can. I try to at least get it in whenever. Like this past ride I did, I want to say Sunday. Me and my friend, we rode up to a lot. She parked. I was over there doing figure eights around her. So so it's something that I feel is very important. You know what I'm saying? So if you get a chance, definitely do it. For the people that's viewing this, don't worry. We're going to get Ro out there practicing. I don't care if I got to ride to Virginia and record her practicing. We're going to get out there. We're going to practice together.
You heard it here first.
Episode 15, Practice Ruins.
Yep.
Practice with Ro. Right?
Yeah, and then y'all gonna have to challenge me to the slow roll. Okay, just let's just put that out there.
I mean,
tell Shao Will. Tell him all this talking he's doing it. He ain't done 1,000 miles in one day.
Ooh,
I did it. When I went to Tennessee.
Clock it.
Hey, I rode 12 hours to Tennessee, and I did over 1,000 miles. My trip was like, what, 3,300 miles? Yeah.
That was good, cut off. That was good.
Solo. I mean, granted, I had to cut it into two parts because my rim got bent from the pothole in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Right? So Tennessee,
we're supposed to be doing this thing called
No, we didn't leave you, Southern Boys. You still repping. He said we left him on the cover.
You actually say Southern Boys. Southern Boys.
Well, so again, I'm glad that I have so many amazing questions that I've written down. Leads me into another one: community engagement. So let's talk about how you connect with your audience and your fellow riders. Obviously, I see that you're on live now, talking to them, hanging out. So is that been easy, like finding your niche and your community within your own thing?
My subscriber friends are the best. They're cool.
Right.
Like I feel like I know them. Like every time they comment, I'm like, oh, I know you. I recognize the screen name, and I've run into a few of them. So as far as community engagement, live is not something that I do very often, but I would like to do it a little bit more, especially like when I'm working on my bike. I would like to do it. I did it one time and that was pretty cool. People were in the comments like, do this, and like helping me out. Now outside of YouTube, I am one of the organizers for the Virginia All Female Ride. And that is where I meet a lot of my female subscribers. I've had a couple of them walk up to me and be like, hey, I watch your channel. You've inspired me. So that's really dope. But the Virginia All Female Ride is actually something I am very proud of. It was my brainchild in 2022. And I brought it up to my sister. And I was like, we were in a hotel room in Memphis. And I said, sis, I want to do an all female ride. And she was like, I think it's gonna be too much. And then 2 weeks later, she called me. She was like, let's do it. And so 2022, I had the idea. And then 2023 is when I brought it to my sister. And then 2024, we had our first one. We raised money for causes. So last year we donated $3,000 to Transition Family Violence Services, which is a organization that gives support to domestic violence survivors. So as far as community engagement, like I like to kumbaya with them. And when I meet them, I think it's the in-person interaction. It's like, again, like at Unleash the Peace is like you meet people that you've seen on screen. It's just a whole different connection. So I just want to use my platform for good. I always want to keep it positive. I always want to keep it cute. So yeah, that's it.
So when you started your channel, did you want to have following? Was that more or less like where you were going when you started the whole thing, or you kind of did? For instance, the reason I'm asking that is for this. He asks all the time. I was like, I don't really. We need to make your own channel so that we can post videos and things of that nature. And to me, that's not really gonna ever be a thing. Like I'm not searching for followers or people to hop on this thing. I just want to talk to interesting people. I want their stories to be put out there. So like how does that work when people just come up to you and start talking and like, oh, I saw you in this, like that doesn't make you feel kind of like you're happy, you like that?
It's still weird. It's still, and I mean weird in a good way. It's not like, oh my God, please don't do that. It's like because that was never my goal. Like I don't even, when I started, and if you notice my uploads are not consistent. Because I've never been like, okay, I'm gonna upload. I need the views. It was just recently. I mean, my sister, my family, people close to me, they've been like, you need to get on this YouTube. Your videos are good. Your content is good. Your editing is good. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna just put anything out there. If I'm not writing, I'm not gonna fake the funk. I'm not gonna just put some. It's just not like that. So I am now just recently starting to get some fire under my behind to get my YouTube up. But really, it's not to get more subscribers. I'm not about a numbers person. It's really just to reach more people. I mean, at the end of the day, I see that I have a platform now. I see that people like what I'm saying and what I'm doing, and I humbly say that. So I just, I got goals.
So my question is caveats off of that. Do you think that you would probably like maybe in the future maybe put something together for like the youth, so that way the young girls can see that, hey, even we can do this, or are you kind of putting something together for the youth that's out there?
That would be awesome. That is, honestly, it's never really crossed my mind to do youth specific events or giving back. I mean, I do that with my club, but as me as an individual, no, because I do it with my club. I really am just, really any initiative, but the youth will be good. And plus I work with kids. So it's like, I pour into them on a daily basis. So it's almost like an afterthought to do anything outside hours with the youth. But that would actually be really good. That would really be really good.
Especially little girls. I'm sure it would empower them to maybe people might talk about little girls, I guess. But that is, if I was a little chick, like seeing older chicks ride bikes would be cool or something. I don't know.
And it's so cool. Like when you're riding your bike, it's happened to me 3 times and I can count them because they're memorable. You're riding down the road and you see a car just like literally like just keep like they look like they're about to pass you and then they just slow down and you look over and there's a little kid waving at you. Like it's happened to me 3 times. And like it's so funny when I'm behind them and they'll get up in the seat and they'll wave like, oh, it's such a good feeling.
Yeah, especially when you see like a lot of these kids nowadays, they don't really have the guidance that we had coming up. So for them to see, especially little girls, like for them to see something besides just what they see on TV with like the musicians and stuff like that. Because I'm a father, I have a little girl, and
hey, Mom,
I actually show her videos of yours and my Gab. So like I show her those videos so that she can see that you don't have to be, you know what I'm saying, these girls that you see, these video vixens and stuff. You can be one of these girls that's actually, you know, out here doing some adventures and enjoying life, you know. So I think what you guys are doing is actually amazing for, you know, the youth that's coming up.
Thank you.
And I encourage all of your videos because it's not vulgar, it's not showing anything negative. You are putting something positive out there because that right there is important, and that's something that I feel we need in this society nowadays. You know, so like I said, I can only speak as a father with a daughter.
Yeah.
And you know, I have two boys that, you know, I still show, you know, GQ videos to. I'm like, hey, look at this, you know, and they one of my sons actually followed me from his YouTube channel, which that's pretty cool. So, and they love the bike, and my daughter, she loves the bike and whatnot. She always, if I'm out there doing something on it, she wants to sit there and watch. So I show her, you know, you guys' video. I'm like, look, you see this person, this Rose, she's over here putting a headlight in. You can even do stuff like this. It's like what you can do is limitless. You know what I'm saying? So that in itself is amazing. So what you do is phenomenal. Keep doing it, like your family say. Keep doing it. And just like you, I fall into that where I will not post anything if I don't feel like, you know, it's going to contribute to society myself. You know what I'm saying? Or I post something cool so other people can see. You know, because not a people up here in Connecticut that's riding and YouTubing, you know, that I've seen. So for me to show YouTube, you know, that, hey, up here has some stuff, you know, I've been in Maine and stuff like that. It's stuff up here. So I can definitely, you know what I'm saying, feel what you're saying about as far as like posting as well. So yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing.
So we're at 7:56. Is there anything riding with Ro that you would like to say or ask us before I do my final goodbye?
Is this where I do my social media?
It's never goodbye. It's later.
Never goodbye. See you later. You're right. Whatever. Yeah. If you would like to plug in your things now, we can. If you had any questions for us, you can ask. There's still a few minutes. So yeah. But yeah, if you want anything that you got going on, plug yourself. Do anything? Any new rides? Any new episodes? All that good stuff.
Okay.
Let everybody hear it.
Hi. If you've been up here the entire time. My name is Ro, and I have a YouTube channel, Riding with Ro. My Instagram handle is lyrical with a Q, lyrical rider, spelled normally. No underscores, no dots, no nothing, just lyrical rider. And I actually just dropped a video 2 hours ago. It's part 2 to the Unleash the Peace ride, so it's like the aftermath of the actual ride itself. That was a good time. So yeah, I'm just here for good vibes and positivity and love and motorcycles.
and you know what? We do have I just want everyone out there watching, we do have a special guest for episode 3 that honestly, I don't think y'all want to miss it. I don't know if Cutoff want to tell you guys about it. You can ask Ro, but honestly, she don't know. She don't know.
Or do I?
Hey, look, I told her, look, you don't want to miss it. And she's anticipating it. But I don't know, Cuff, you want to tell who it is?
Yeah, I might tell them after we do this. Let me wrap this up real quick. Before we wrap it up, I just want to thank Riding with Ro for rolling through, keeping it real with us today. Every mile she rides tells a story. And stories like her reminds us that this road is bigger than chrome and pavement. It's about heart. It's about hustle. It's about healing. To all the listeners, keep chasing the road that calls your name. Keep building memories worth the miles, and remember, every mile's a memory, every voice is a legacy. Bless the when you ride in. Peace and love.
All right. Hey, that wraps it up.
That's it?
Just be on the standby for our next guest.
Okay.
Right? Because you don't want to miss it. And also, in the description, we also have Ryder Rose links to her social media, her YouTube, her Instagram. We have Cutoffs TikTok, and we have your boy, Sha Will Glide, YouTube, Instagram. I didn't put a TikTok in there, but I'll do it next time. Don't worry about it. But hey, remember, keep them tools down, and we out.
Good night.
All right, let's drink some Hennessy and smoke some cigars.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Love y'all.
Oh shit, we're still live. Turn this shit off, dude.